everybody, welcome to What's Right with the World. So today we are talking about a bunch of stuff that only Ben knows. So, so Ben, fill us in.
Okay, well, our first story today is coming from Syracuse.com. Taco Bell worker writes feel-good messages in each takeout order, and customers love it. And there's a whole story about it. And I just thought that it would be nice to talk about, hospitality workers, restaurant workers, and stuff that not go above and beyond for the people, but take time to make people feel special. Like, this is such a nice thing that this woman is doing, that I thought that we could talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, and it's a good example of, you can do what you can do wherever you are. There's millions of people all over the world going, well, I can't do anything. I can't do anything to make things better. Yeah, you can. You can start where you are. And if you work at Taco Bell, you can start there. It doesn't matter where you are. You just start wherever you are. And I'm going to toot my own horn here for a minute, Ben.
Okay.
So, well, kind of, I guess, I don't know. I don't see it that way, but so I had posted this memory of my dog Faith last year.
Yeah.
I think it was last year, of her watching a commercial. And it happened to be a Subaru commercial, which honestly, I didn't even notice. It was just that there was dogs in it and my dog loved it. So I reposted it and somebody said, you should send that to Subaru. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I searched Subaru in the Facebook and like 3 different things came up. So I just private messaged them that video, like 3 different ones. And then one of them came back and they were like, are you interested in a particular model of car? And I was like, no, I was just trying to brighten your day. And they're like, oh, thank you very much. And it was just I get a kick out of it. It was just fun. It's like, it's just a little thing to be like, because I'm sure they're sitting there, navigating messages from people all day. And what's better to send them a little cute video of a dog watching one of their commercials,
Yeah.
So it just reminded me of that when you were talking. We can do little things like that to bring love and joy into people's worlds, and what's awesome now is doing this show, What's Right with the World. We're seeing it in so many creative ways. It's an expression. It's of creativity in the ways people are coming up with this. It's awesome.
Our second story today is from Nashville. Brad Paisley and his wife, actress Kimberly Williams-Paisley, are opening a free grocery store in Nashville. So it's a food pantry. It operates the same way that a food pantry would operate for those in need. However, it's designed like a grocery store. So it looks like a grocery store, and it just is a grocery store basically, but it's free. And they got the idea when their kids volunteered for a similar store in California, and they thought that would be great to bring to Nashville. So it's going to open. It's going to open this year, and they just talked about the experience of parents that were needing to go to this store, being able to not feel like they were going to a food pantry and bringing their kids, and and how nice that was.
Right.
So that was our second story.
And I think there's a hidden story within that. And that's just the fact that you have these people who are very successful in their careers, who obviously aren't hurting for money, and they are having their kids volunteer at a food bank to help other people.
Yeah.
Which I think is huge. A lot of times we look at people with that have privileges that some other people don't, and go, oh my God, yeah, well, it's easy for them. But, you know, you have these people who love their children and want to teach their children values and are doing things like that, you know, which I think is really important. So that's the hidden story within the story. And of course, you know, so they have the means. So you go, wow, this is wonderful. Isn't this amazing? Isn't this wonderful? Yeah, let's bring another one over to Nashville. And then they can actually do that and help others. And that's, you know, being rich and famous for the sake of being rich and famous is not fulfilling. And everybody on the outside, I'm not rich and famous, so I can still say it. It's, you know, people can look up there and go, oh, all my problems would be solved and it would be wonderful. No, it's not. You still have to do the inside work. You know, you still have to stay focused on what's important no matter where you are. And, you know, I think that them, you know, balancing that success with doing good for your community is just becoming more and more popular, and for good reason, because, you know, it feeds the soul.
Yeah, absolutely. Our last story is a little bit of a difficult one, but I think that it has a great story that, you know, unfortunately came to light. It's about a man in Illinois who makes and delivers crosses to sites of tragedies in America, national tragedies, natural disasters. He's done the wildfires and stuff. Since '97, he's done over 25,000 wooden crosses.
Wow.
Unfortunately, this story happened because of the shooting in Illinois this week. Happened to be in this guy's hometown. So these crosses that he's delivering are literally down the street. But he's done them for all of the shootings and all of the wildfires in California and all of that stuff. So I think that is, and they have a great interview with him on CNN that we shared about what a nice thing that is that he's doing for these families, and that he has done for these families. And I think that the story of him doing it is really awesome. And not only that, but there's a nice quote about how he still believes in, you know, he believes in the best of America, and he believes in the good, and that's why he does this.
And it's funny because know what I was thinking, like right before you said that quote, because I haven't read this story yet. So like, I didn't know anything about it, but as you were explaining it, I was thinking like, I bet you this guy has a level of peace that other people don't have. Like, and you know, so I'm thinking like, I guarantee you, if I went and met this guy, he wouldn't be pissed off. Like, I bet you this is not an angry man. I bet you this is not a frustrated man. And that's not to say that making all these crosses, he doesn't sometimes feel levels of frustration and go, oh my God, why is this happening? You know, it's not that we don't have moments like this, but the fact that he's taking his energy and doing something kind for other people and helping them remember their loved ones and all this stuff, that is doing something. That's energetically doing something. And you can't energetically do kind things like that and walk around through life pissed off. You know, you just can't.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, I think that's an important thing we have to understand. We sit at home and we get inundated with negativity, you know, in our society and on the news. We go, oh, you know, and we get all frustrated and we walk around angry and frustrated. Well, don't do that. You know, like, you know, inundate yourself with positive news, and you know, look for the positivity in things, do something to help somebody else. And then all of a sudden, you know, yes, do other people get helped? Absolutely. You put wonderful energy out into the world and you touch other people's lives, and that's all good for other people. But the benefits you get yourself are immense. you get to walk through life without feeling this level of frustration and, and anger about everything around you, because you're actually being part of the solution instead of part of the problem, and that's such a big aspect of this show, and that's what I hope this show promotes and inspires people to do. Not, it's wonderful hearing about this stuff, but go do something yourself. And, and I think it kind of I was taught that it kind of has to be a balance, like let us know what you do so we can spread the word. I would love to hear that. But every once in a while, also do something nice for somebody and don't tell anybody. Yeah. I learned that as a specific practice. You have to specifically do something nice without the intention of telling anybody. And, and sometimes even anonymously, where the people that you help don't even know. Can even go that far with it. You don't necessarily have to, but but do that type of thing every once in a while too. So, that helps you really make sure it's not feeding your ego, that you're just doing it just to do it. And that's where the real benefits come.
What's right with your world this week, Glenn?
I'm not telling.
All right.
It's classified and I don't know. What's right with your, I'm going to make you go first, Ben. What's right in your world?
Those are I think I said this last week. It was a couple rough weeks in a row, but this week ended with some fun creative projects, fun creative days, like two fun creative days. And that was really, uplifting and motivating for stuff. So yeah. What was you go, your turn.
Well, I think for me, it's, I went through that transition before and I've been feeling really good lately, which is wonderful. But I think it's, it's like everything. It's a journey. It's constantly evolving and different aspects pop up. And I think I'm really, now that I'm kind of through that, and I mean, maybe I kind of went through like a honeymoon period of going, oh, it's over. I'm not struggling and feeling like crap anymore. And now it's kind of like settling into more of a realistic day-to-day way, where sometimes I'm still getting caught up in doing a little bit, but I recognize it very quickly and I center myself very quickly. And sometimes if I have 5 minutes in between things that I'm doing, like I just center so quickly now. And just, it's like, it makes my days so enjoyable, especially even my busy days. It's like, I'm going bam, 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 one thing after another. Today's like that. I have a lot of clients today, and I'm going to be going from, I start at 9:30 in the morning until, 6:30 tonight or something. And it's one after another pretty much. And I have very short gaps of time in between, but I'm really learning to enjoy those gaps of time in between and resetting a little bit. And it's, it's really making my days more enjoyable. That, and I have a quick mention to my son, because he's been home sick the last 2 days. I mean, he didn't have school yesterday anyway, because it was a holiday, but he's been home sick and we've been laughing like the whole time. And he's sick as a dog, which is, it's unique, it's cool that we can be, because he's a little loopy from being sick. And then I gave him some NyQuil or some DayQuil or something. And then he got a little goofy off that. And oh my God, we've been laughing our butts off. And it's like, it's over stuff that isn't funny, so it's cool. It's cool to be able to, take such a crappy time when somebody's feeling like crap and just actually be able to laugh through it instead of suffer through it the whole time, so that's pretty special.
That's awesome. All right, well, that's it for this episode. If you want to watch the video of this or for more exclusive content, check out patreon.com/GlennAmbrose. It's the best way to help the show. And if you want life coaching or any other service, or to find any other podcast or video or blog or vlog or anything like that, check out glennambrose.com. And if you're watching this video on Patreon, there is something very silly that Glenn keeps messing around with in every video for the last couple of weeks. And if you can find it, let us know. Glenn, anything else?
Something out of the ordinary. No, that's it. All right. Thanks for listening and watching, everybody. And we'll talk with you soon.